Hi, this is Stray Passer. Welcome to my film series review, volume 11, I believe this one is. Uh, yeah, volume 11. Okay, I was reviewing the Mummy films in the Mummy trilogy, and I got to the third film, The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. Okay, that's the only one in the Mummy film series I haven't seen until today. Okay, and that's this one, Mummy Returns, Tomb of the Dragon Empire. Okay. Now, again, this one I didn't see. I knew about it, but I didn't see this one, and I knew that in this movie that came out in, I believe, 2008, excuse me, came out in 2008, and this was the one that I knew that Rachel Weisz wasn't in, because I think briefly I saw a little bit of it on cable after it came out a little bit, and I know this one was the least successful, and I know that Maria Bello replaced Rachel Weisz. And there were a lot of rumored reasons why she didn't appear in this one. A lot of reasons were, I think one was that she read this, she didn't like the script, that she didn't want to be that far away from her young child at the time. But who knows whatever the real reason is. Anyway, the basic story in this one is it takes place years later, because in the last one, The Mummy Returns, the little kid Alex was, I think, like a 7-year-old, 6 or 7-year-old. In this one, he's a young man in his 20s. So it obviously takes place years later. And this one, in the beginning of this movie, they kind of explain the mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Empire. In this case, it takes place centuries ago, where the evil Emperor Han, played by Jet Li in this movie, he was emperor that basically took over the slaughter, took over that part of I think the China, right? He took over that part of China and he slaughtered everyone, and then he wanted to seek the he wanted to get the secret to immortality so he can live forever and rule forever. Okay, so they heard about a witch or sorceress that was, so he sent his his faithful general to find her and to bring her back. And of course, the general fell in love with the sorceress, but of course, the evil Emperor Han wanted her for himself, and of course, he finding out that his general did touch her, basically killed his general. Okay, and the sorceress basically wound up cursing the evil emperor, and transforming him and his army into mummies. Okay, now flash forward to 1946, where Rick and Evelyn are the British government gives them an assignment to take a relic called the Eye of Shangri-La to China. Also, at the same time, their estranged son, Alex, discovers the tomb of the evil Emperor Han, and he actually opens up the tomb, and of course, you find out there's an evil General Yang, that actually wants to resurrect the evil Emperor Han and basically rule the world, because he said the world's in chaos, and I think that's his excuse, and he wants the emperor to restore balance or whatever that crap, and him at his side and him being loyal. Now, what to say about this movie? This movie was, and this movie was not direct. I think this was produced by what's the guy's name? That Stephen Summers, but I don't think he didn't direct it. It was directed by what's his name? Rob Cohen, and boy, this movie was a letdown considerably. It's like somebody tried to capture the spirit of the first movies, but just failed miserably. The script was horrible, and you could see them trying. It's just something severely lacking in the script, and just and the whole recasting of, not to take anything away from Maria Bello, because she's a good actress, because I've seen her in things and she is a good actress, but in no way they should have made this film without Rachel Weisz. Okay, and for whatever reason she turned it down. She probably read the script, and that's why she probably turned it down. Okay, because the story's just severely lacking. The guy who plays their son, the older mid-20s son, is way too old to be there. He doesn't. Maria Bello, compared to him, doesn't look like his mother. It's just very off by doing that. That just this, I understand they probably wanted to advance the story a bit, and I mean at least make them up with give them some gray hair or something, just to make it look like they were older. But they did. It just come on, it just didn't look contemporary. Where the guy who played Rick's son, no, the guy, not Rick's son. Yeah, the guy who played Rick's son was just way come on, just too young. Just that was just what's his name? Yeah, the guy that played Alex. It was just he looked like his younger brother. Okay, and it didn't look like his son. It just didn't match up. Okay, and then the whole story of them trying to stop the emperor from he had to go to this fountain called Shangri-La to drink the water so he can become immortal and resurrect his army. It's just and then they had all these set action pieces and stuff, and believe it or not, they had a bunch of abominable snowmen in this movie. Believe it or not, and just this was really like a letdown from the first two movies. It's a real letdown, and I can see why Rachel Weisz turned the script down. She read it. She probably said, "Oh my God, this is a horror story." She said, "No, I'm not doing this." Now I understand why she didn't do it. Okay, she read the script, and I don't know, maybe Brendan Fraser needed the money, so he just said, "You know what? Screw it. I'll just do it anyway." This just something severely lacking in this movie. Not the same quality as the first two movies. Like the first two movies are here. This movie is like right here. It's just not the same. And they tried to resurrect it, with the chases, elaborate chases and explosions and all that stuff. And they thought, the Mummy is just more than that. It's about the chemistry between Rick and Edie that Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz had in spades, and him and Maria Bello, despite how game she tries, just doesn't have it. They don't have that same kind of chemistry. And again, the guy who played their son was just way too. I mean, he looked way too old. They said that's somebody that was at least look younger. Because I'm sorry, the guy just looked like Rick's younger brother. He didn't look like his son. Okay, and just no way did they look like his parents. It just, and then of course him and his stereotypical love story with the daughter. Well, I won't spoil what the plot. Beside more of the plot, but her character is another female character in this movie that goes on in the adventure with them, and they have kind of a stereotypical love story, which is kind of it's kind of blah, and it's just a letdown. So I'm just gonna give The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Empire, because I gave the first two movies I think 8. This movie I definitely would have to give it a 5. Just it's not on the same level, okay, as the first two movies, and they should have got Stephen Sommers to do the third one if he wanted to do. I didn't read anything, so I don't know if he wanted to do it. He probably didn't, especially when Rachel Weisz dropped out of it. And they should have got a better script and waited for Rachel Weisz to agree to do it because not putting her in this movie just really severely hurts the movie, and it's just not the same. Without Stephen Sommers' direction and stuff. I think he was a large part of that too, and it's just something severely lacking in this version of the Mummy story. Okay, and again, going with the Chinese mummies, was real. No, if you're gonna go with the mummies, I would have rather them resurrect. The same guy who played the mummy in the first two movies. I know they probably said, well, we'll do something different and do it in China. And they probably say, okay, we'll get an international audience by filming it in China and setting it in China. But that didn't help. Trust me, it didn't help. Okay, so again, I give the Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Empire a 5 out of 10. Just not at the same level at all as the first two Mummy movies, and really disappointing. Okay, because I love those first two Mummy movies, and I love especially the chemistry between Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz. I think they really made the movies as well, and that's not here. It's Maria Bello and Brendan Fraser. It's just not there, and you don't feel it when they look at each other and say that they love each other. And all this. It just, you don't feel that same chemistry. Okay, so anyway, that's the end of my review. Let me know if you've seen Mummy, the Tomb of the Dragon Empire. Feel free to leave comments down below. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care, and I'll be reviewing another film series since this is the end of this one. So just Trey Pastor saying so long again and take care.